Hi there, this is Dave with Northern E-Tech Services. I wanted to share something with you today that I was working on and I thought might make some interest for some people. A while ago, this oscilloscope appeared at my shop. I thought it worked, but I've been having a lot of trouble trying to get it going lately, and I kind of was needing an oscilloscope recently. It's a old Hitachi V212 20 megahertz bandwidth on it. My problem is it seems to be showing the amplitude. I can't get a waveform off it. So I thought I'd just demonstrate what's going on for one thing. And I'm pretty comfortable working with the oscilloscope, so I don't know, maybe we'll learn something here today. Even though I haven't used one since probably school. But whatever. So this one, it powers up all right if you push the button correctly. Takes a second or two, but you should be able to see the, there we are, the waveform. Now it's all, like most of them, it comes with the calibration spot right here. So I've got my probe set up for 1 times on the probe. I hook it up, and like you say, you can see the amplitude there, but it just seems like it's not triggering or something on there, because no matter what I seem to do with the time base, it just doesn't want to show me a waveform. Should be a square wave, I believe 1 kilohertz with 5 volts. So, like I said, I'm not an expert, but I'm pretty sure this thing was going before, and I have used oscilloscopes with a calibration feature. It does weird stuff sometimes. You kind of push the buttons and things move around a little bit. So I'm kind of thinking it needs either a cleaning or a tune-up or a recalibration or something. But anyway, since I needed the oscilloscope for some projects I'm working on here, I decided, and I'd been looking on Amazon quite a bit, and I was kind of thinking about getting one of those ones you see on there. So I ended up purchasing this one here in particular. Let's see if you can see it. It says Oscilloscope Graph Multimeter. It's one of those that's made in China. You can see there's some of the details. It's got the 4-inch display, dual channel, and it's a rechargeable battery in it. So I haven't opened this yet, so I kind of thought it'd be kind of fun to do that. I'll put up the graphic for the actual ad, because it's a common one. You see a lot of them, but they all come under different names. This one was a BSide one, and they're usually running about $120 Canadian. And the day I was looking, this one was actually running for, they had a sale on or something, and it was $60. So I said, well, for $60 I could give it a try. So I did, and I received it a couple of days ago. Haven't opened it yet, haven't tried it out. So I thought what I could do is we'll open it up, have a look, see what it looks like. Maybe we'll hook it up to the calibration thing on the oscilloscope here, and see if we get any luck, and we can kind of determine if this is bad and just how good this particular one is. So that's the plan. So we'll get to it here. Just hang on. Okay, so we're back here with it. I've got it laid out here on the bench, and we'll just open her up and have a look. I was actually surprised when it showed up how big that the box was, because I kind of thought it was going to come in and be about this small or something like that. So I was quite happy to see it was a pretty good size. So we'll open her up, and comes in a nice case here by the looks of it. So we'll just open that guy up, and here we go. So what do we got? We got, comes with some probes. They seem kind of lightweight, but whatever. I have lots of probes around here. We can use better quality. Yeah, let's have a look at it. So yeah, it's actually not a bad size here. It's got the channel 1, channel 2. Oh yeah, I forgot there's a waveform output on this as well, so I wouldn't mind trying that out. What else we got here? got the instruction manual, and it's it looks like it's, oh no, wait, there's some English back here, so we'll be able to read up on that if we have any issues, I guess. Alright, so what else did we get with it? We got, oh, these are, let's have a look here. Okay, there's those probes, but there is an oscilloscope probe in here too. So it comes with this coaxial style with the alligator clips on the end. That style. I think this is a temperature probe that comes with it. Yes, I believe. Yeah, it's a temperature probe. And it does come with some oscilloscope probes too. So yeah, we got the ones here. They look very similar to the ones that I bought a few weeks ago for that one. And looks like it's got charging cord. Yeah, that's pretty not a bad case, I guess, to carry it around in. So, I guess charging it up, all you do is use this. What do we got? So we open this up. Right. Okay, now we've got everything unboxed. I think we will take a look at some of the features. We'll power it on, see what happens here. To power it on, we just hit the button, and we hear a little click, and then it boots up right into the oscilloscope mode. Right now we're set at, let's see, we've got 2 channels. Yellow is A. Channel 2 is blue, so I guess channel 1's yellow. Our controls are as follows. We got our volts per volts and time. So as we adjust our volts, if you look up at the very top here, you can see our volts per division are changing, and we go back down there, and our time base is left to right like this one. So you can see it's there, 1 millisecond, it's up there, 1 millisecond, 2 milliseconds, 5, and back down. We're able to move the graph by just pushing that button. We select the move, because we're in channel 1 mode here right now. If we go to channel 2, you see everything turns blue, and I can kind of do the same there, move that up and down. So I've moved this one down here. I'm going to go back to channel 1 because that's the one where I'm going to be working in. Let's see. So I think what we'll do is we'll hook up the oscilloscope calibration output from the old oscilloscope into the new one here, and we'll just get a wave. So I've got the probe that came with it, which is these style here, and it's got the little clampy thing on it and the ground wire. So it comes with 2 probes like that. I've got the other one hooked in there right now, so I will just grab it. I'm trying to not move this around too much because I'm getting a lot of glare from the lights around the shop here, so bear with me, and I'll try to keep everything kind of visible. But there, you can kind of see right off the bat we're getting a good signal there. I don't know if I was talking about this before. I said 5 volts per division is actually half a volt per division, and that's what was throwing me off a little, because as you can see, I'm at 500 millivolts, or half a volt per division right now. And if I move it down to my 0 line, basically, you can see it's basically moving in. I wonder if I can zoom in a little bit here. Let's try it. Yeah, I'll zoom in a little. Camera's not the greatest setup here. That's not too bad, I guess. There. We'll try that. So now you can see it's at 500 millivolts per division. The grid's a little hard to see there, but it's there. Alright, so that's my channel 1, and I've got that going. And if I move my time base, Am I in channel 1? Oops, am I in channel 2 still? Maybe, what's going on here? Hang on, channel 1. No, channel 1. Oh, yeah, I'm in the, I gotta go back to volt time. Move my time base. And it gets smaller. And it gets bigger. The trigger right here. So I can go into that trigger mode. And you can see the little thingy do there. Oh, let's get something to point with. You can see right here, there's your trigger mode right there. And I can move it up and down. And you see I lose it there. I'm too low there. Bring it up. And there I am. Whoop. There. Now I've made the waveform stop right there. So yeah, it's showing me that I got that half volt per division. And so the output from the old oscilloscope is working. So there obviously must be something wrong with the oscilloscope itself. It's not picking up that square wave. So something to check into in the future, I guess. But that's a good sign for this. So if I switch it over, I want to go to channel 2. See if I can get it in there. There we go. Alright, that's pretty good. I can go right there. I do have this set up on times 10 probes. So now I'm going to go into channel 2 mode. Alright. I'm going to, let's see where we are at here. 500. Oops. Am I in volt time? No. There we go. And we're at 40. There. Let's have a look here. What's my probe setting? Oh, there we go. Times 10. There we go. So we're at 500 millivolts there now. There. Now we can see it's bouncing around. So what we have to do is we have to switch our trigger. Let's see. Let's go there. Trigger. Actually, if you go into menu, and then you look for your trigger source there. Let's see, trigger source right here. Okay. Right now it's on channel 1, so I'm going to switch it to channel 2. Just by pushing that F2 button. But now my trigger is way up here. So I need to bring it down here to make this waveform stop. So let's get out of that and we'll go to trigger. And I'm going to move it down. And I think once I get up here, there we go. So we managed to stop it there. Because now my trigger source is on channel 2. My waveform is coming in on channel 2. So it looks like both channels are working okay. I notice there's a little bit of... it's not perfectly flat here. There's probably some compensation you might be able to do here to just calibrate it a little bit. But I'm not going to worry about that right now. So it's looking good as far as the oscilloscope portion works. So that's good. So, messing around with it a bit more here. I'm going to take this out of here just to make it easier to maneuver. Shut off the old oscilloscope here. Alright, so everything is done obviously from the front buttons. I'm going to move, let's pull that out a bit. Let's see, so I was pushing around here, so we got our mode buttons here too. Okay, so we got mode, so we're in oscilloscope mode now. This is our multimeter mode, so right now I'm in DC. I can measure a DC voltage, and this did come with probes. Let's see if we can go down here. Try not to move the whole thing around so I can avoid getting the glare a little bit. Yeah, move out. Alright, so I'll have to move up a little bit. I guess it doesn't matter too much. So underneath here, there's two inputs. Alright, so they're right there. Okay, and that's where your jacks are for your probes, and you can see right here, common input here, common so your ground, and there. So now you can measure your DC voltage if you want. I think, no, this is that one, can't remember. DC, how do you change that? Mode, whoop, no, sorry, not mode. DC, I think it's your coupling. Okay, so not sure how you get to AC here. Should be able to switch it. No. Hang on. DC, AC. I don't know what's this. Okay, so this will scroll along the bottoms there. So you got, this is your ohms input. Alright, we'll get back to the AC stuff, I guess. So, yeah, so if I short my leads together, I got that. So, it's got an ohms input. What else does it have? It's got, I think this is capacitance. Yeah, it's capacitance there. It's got DC, oh, this is millivolts it says. This is milliamps. Now, I noticed down here, it tells you which jacks to be plugged into. Because if you're measuring current, you got to be plugged into the right jacks. And if you open this up, and you look under here, you see this other jack here, the smaller one, and that would be where you put your AC plug if you're going to measure, or not AC, your positive, if you're going to measure current as opposed to voltage. So like any multimeter, you got to be on the right inputs. This one here is for a cable clamp to measure high volt or high current, AC, I believe. Anyway, yeah. So, but it doesn't. The meter doesn't come with that clamp, so you can't really do that, I guess. Excuse me. What else do we got here? Where we're at? Yeah, so that's your high voltage AC setting, and you can see it's flashing there. Make sure you put your plug in there. And then this one is, oh, this is the temperature. So let's try that out. It does come with a temperature probe in here, thermocouple. So let's see if that works. And it's telling me to plug it in into there. Alright, so let's take that, plug him in there, him in there. And it's saying it's 20 degrees. I'll hold on to it. Oh, look at that. It's going up. 24 degrees. This is Celsius. Yeah. This is in Celsius. That's Fahrenheit. Okay, there you go. So there's Celsius. Push down, there's Fahrenheit. I like Celsius because that's what we do in Canada. That makes me want to go back to that DC setting. Yeah, there we go. So it's just up and down. So you want to change from DC to AC voltage. And if we take our probes, stick them back in, like that. And I got a handy outlet just over here. And there we go. It's more or less, I don't know, depending on the connection I'm getting. There we go. 120 volts AC there. Alright. So that works. Okay, so it does that. I guess the next thing I wouldn't mind trying out is the waveform output. But that kind of gives you a brief rundown of what the features are on here. So you got your oscilloscope, your meter, your thermocouple, ohm meter. Does a lot of stuff, I guess. So kind of handy. And I suppose one could get into seeing just how accurate it is, but I'm not going to worry about that today. We'll just go through some of the features here. What else did we get? Yeah, we got this plug here. I think this is for the output on the... Yeah, that's the output for your waveform. Okay, so going back to modes. Let's see, how's that? So here's your waveforms here. So going through, I got a sine wave. Looks like I can set a square wave. So we'll go sine wave. Set your frequency here. Somehow. Frequency. Not sure how that goes. Oh, there we go. That's interesting. Oh, that's kilohertz. Okay, 1 kilohertz. Okay, so we go 1 kilohertz. Alright, I wonder if we can measure the output of this with the oscilloscope. I wonder if they work at the same time. That would be an interesting test. So, what do we got? So 1 kilohertz at 3 volts. Okay, well that's kind of handy because I think that's what we test our stereos at. Alright, so I'm just going to try this. I'm not sure if it can test itself or what. Let's try it. So we'll take our output here, put it on there, and oh, here it is. And we'll do that. Alright. So let's switch back to... I kind of don't think this will work because you're out of that mode. Okay. Yeah. No, you're not going to see it. You need something else, I guess, to check that. But that's fine. We'll play around with that another day, I guess. Figure out that part. Okay, so that's it in a nutshell, I guess. So overall, I think it's not bad on first impressions. It's pretty solid. You got all the probes you need. It does multi-functions, so if you just had this and nothing else. The cases, there's kind of this rubbery silicone type case on it. It seems like it wouldn't, I don't know, I guess it's a bit slippery. And it looks like it might stretch out and get warped, but who knows. But I just plan on using this in the shop, really, so I don't think I'll be using it out in the field too much. I think the only other thing that might be interesting is setting up the display, because when you first get it, it's set for the defaults and they kind of shut off on you. So you got your battery level indicator here. So when it's fully green, it's fully charged, and it gets whiter, I guess, as it goes away. In your menu, you can set up your auto off here. So I can set it for 30 minutes, it'll shut off or whatever. The other thing I noticed was the backlight time right here. So what'll happen is if you have it set on one of the times, like 30 seconds, it'll shut off the screen, but it'll still be on. And to bring it back to life, you just push one of the buttons. So I suppose if I sit here talking long enough, it'll probably shut itself off, I'm thinking. So we'll give it a couple of seconds here. Because it was a little deceiving when I first got it, was because it was shutting off, but I thought it was powering off. But I think it was just the screen. See, there goes the screen now. So I thought the battery was dead, but it wasn't. And all you have to do is just push any button and it comes back to life. Or you can just set it for off and it'll just stay on all the time even though it's off. So do with that as you will. All right. So there's some other stuff came with it. Some other that might be a times 100 probe. I seem to remember you used to get one of them sometimes. So you get the thermocouple, you get 2 oscilloscope probes, the thermocouple, the output for the frequency, this guy here, and 2 multimeter probes, cool little bag, the instructions, which I went through a little bit here just to figure out what was going on, and this tiny little charging cord comes with it too. So I just got it plugged into a regular old phone charger over here. Seemed to work okay. And there's some instructions in there. Tells you what to do. And in here it kind of tells you how to set up the meter as well. I keep putting the stuff below the microphone instead of the camera. So you got that. It kind of gives you a good rundown what all the function keys are. So overall, I'm pretty happy with it so far. I'll see how it performs when I'm actually doing some stuff. Shut her down. Just hold the button. Whoops. And it shuts itself off. So yeah, I guess that'll do it for today. So there we go. It's the BSide 09 oscilloscope multimeter thermocouple thingy do clamp meter, which doesn't have a clamp, and got it off Amazon for about $60. So I guess you can't complain much about that. And so at the end of the day, I guess we can say it was a success. And it's a bit smaller than the other one, I guess. Takes up less bench room. So we'll see how it goes. We'll run some tests on it later. And yeah, that's it for today, I guess. So take care and tune in next time. Thanks.